Alright guys, so today we're gonna make some hummus later, but to go with our hummus, I think we should make some pita bread. What do you think? Why not? So we're gonna start making that. Also, good morning. Sorry I didn't start with that. That was kind of rude of me. So hi, good morning. But here we go. So we're gonna make the pita bread. So I already kind of laid out the ingredients, but we're gonna need 3 cups of flour, which I haven't measured out yet. 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast, which this is the stuff that we used the other day for the school bread video, but just wanted to show that. A teaspoon of sugar, 3 cups of flour, I told you that right there. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which is right here. A tablespoon of olive oil. Jeez, I apologize, guys. And then 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And then we're gonna fill this with a cup of water. I have all my measurements over there. This is gonna take about 2 hours because we have to let the dough proof. But let's start. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is add a cup of warm water in here, and then we're going to add the yeast and the sugar. So we'll add our sugar, 2 teaspoons of yeast, and we're just going to mix this up until it dissolves. Alright, so that's all dissolved. Now we're going to add a 1/2 cup of our flour, not all of our flour, just part of it. I'm just going to stir this up gently. I'm trying to do this left-handed. Alright, just let that stir up, just combine. Then we're going to let this sit for 15 minutes and we'll check back. Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes. It looks pretty crazy. It smells like fresh bread in here. That yeast is really activating. So now we're going to add our oil. I'll give you guys all the measurements for this recipe like I have. And then our salt. And then we're going to add 2 cups of flour. We're going to reserve that final 1/2 cup for when we're rolling these out. Alright, so we have our 2 cups of flour. We're going to have our dough, like the hook attachment that we used the other day, and then just start letting this mix, probably about 5-6 minutes until it creates a wet sticky dough. Alright, so we got this ball. We're going to knead it out a little bit more too. I was just getting annoyed with my mixer, so we're going to knead this out until it's a smooth sticky dough. Alright, so our dough is nice and soft and moist. I rolled it into a ball. We kneaded it for probably about 7 minutes. I have a greased bowl and we're going to cover it with plastic wrap for an hour and let it proof until about double its size. Alright, so you can see our dough has doubled in size. Okay, so it's doubled in size. We are going to flour this surface right here and we're going to punch this down and move it onto our floured surface. Alright, so we have our dough here and we're going to divide this into 8 pieces. Alright, so I have this in my pieces and we're going to roll it like we did with the school bread, which I showed you guys 2 videos ago, but we're going to roll them into little balls. Alright, we have our little balls of dough and we're going to transfer these over to a sheet tray and we're going to cover it with a towel like we did with the school bread. Alright, so we're going to cover these for 10 minutes. Alright, so these have rested for 10 minutes. We're going to lay these out into pitas basically. A cast iron skillet heating up as well. So we'll let that heat up. We'll lay these out. Alright, that looks pretty good. Our pan feels pretty hot. We're going to add this. We're going to cook it on both sides. It looks pretty good. We're going to cook it on the other side and wait for it to puff up. Alright, it looks pretty good. It already kind of deflated. It did blow up, but that's okay. So we're going to cook off the rest of these and use them for our hummus. It's my first time making this, so it didn't like pop up as much as I thought it would. So I don't know, maybe I have to let it rise for a little bit longer, or maybe I didn't eat it long enough, but it tastes delicious, so. Alright, I spoke too soon. This one puffed up real nicely, so looking good. Alright, they're all done. They look pretty good. There's definitely a pocket right there, so when we cut into that, you know, we'll have that characteristic part of a pita pocket. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. So we just gotta make our hummus, and I'll probably make these into like some type of chicken pita, but I'm just gonna show you guys how to make the bread and the chickpeas for today. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Or did I say chickpea? Hummus. What am I saying? Hummus. Oh my god. Alright, so we're gonna make our hummus. So it's pretty simple to make. We're going to use a can of garbanzo beans strained, 1/2 cup of tahini, a clove of garlic grated, the juice of a lemon, and olive oil, and salt, of course. And then we're probably going to top it with some blistered tomatoes. Alright, so I do have some tomatoes and shallots working together that's going to top our hummus. So I have our garlic clove grated in there, the can of chickpeas, and the juice of a lemon. Now we're going to add the 1/2 cup of tahini, and I'm going to add a little smoked paprika. Alright, so we have our tahini. Now we're gonna, I kind of made a mess, but that's okay. We're gonna blend this up. Now ideally you'd want to use a food processor, but I do not own one. So we're just making do, but this is a pretty powerful blender. And then we're gonna stream in our olive oil. Oh, let me add a little shake of paprika. Alright, so we got our hummus. I'm just gonna season it with some salt and pepper and then top it with our tomatoes. Alright, we got our tomatoes. Now I'm gonna add, not cardamom, that would be bad, some za'atar spice and a little bit of some chives, because my dad gave me some from his garden. Alright, what do you guys think? That was a pretty easy recipe to do. It looks amazing. We got our pita bread on the side. I'm pretty excited to dig in. And also Tim got me these awesome flowers. Lilies are my favorite. It's a nice little surprise, so thank you, Tim. Alright guys, so that was a really simple dish to make. You probably have most of those ingredients at home. Maybe not the tahini, but just buy some and keep it in your fridge for a little bit. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this dish. I've had hummus before, but I haven't put those tomatoes on it. So I'm pretty excited, but thanks for watching. Have a good night, and also we have a special vlog for tomorrow. We're going to make a Disney favorite. We're going to make Dole Whip. And Tim's off tomorrow and we're going to try it together, but I'm really excited. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and have a good night.